Welcome back to another Brown Report Drive Edition. In the last video, we talked about life hacks. How do you hack time? What are the areas of life that you can hack and insert some education and some things that'll help you get ahead in life? And so, speaking of life, I want to talk about life. What makes a person's life rich or wealthy? And I was hit with this concept a long time ago that wealth is truly measured by how many days that you can go forward without having to work. So you can pay all the bills, you're financially okay. How many days forward can you live without having to go back to work? So let's put that in, just straight up real life terms, or let's give you like an example. Let's say you have enough money in your bank account to pay your bills for 6 months. Then you're 6 months wealthy, okay? Now, unfortunately, most people live check to check. So if you live check to check and you get paid every 2 weeks, that means your wealth is about 2 weeks. You're about 2 weeks wealthy. Now let me try this on for size. What if you're in debt and you have to borrow just to survive to get to the next check? Well, that means you have a negative wealth amount. Meaning not only do you not have enough to get from day to day, week to week, like you need to borrow just to bridge that gap to even live, okay? And hey, if you in that situation, I don't want you to feel bad about that. I just want you thinking, wow, what is my wealth? How many days can I survive forward without working, without work? If my job laid me off tomorrow, how many days could I survive forward financially? All the bills, car notes, cell phone. How long can I maintain this standard of living before the money ran out? And definitely before you have to go negative and start borrowing, because that's the true definition of wealth. So when I look at what I'm building as far as my stock market education business, as well as why I invest, why I trade, is because the only way to have unlimited wealth, so to speak, is to have some revenue generating assets. So if you don't have any assets making money for you, then your wealth will always be tied to the amount of hours you can work. And for some people, that's okay. I'm just giving you my perspective. If my wealth is tied to the amount of hours I can work, then that means I can only increase my wealth by the amount of hours that there are in a day. So first of all, the wealth will never go past the amount I can make times 24 hours in a day. That's a big problem. But most people don't even make money on the whole 24 hours. You only make money on 8 of the hours. So I want you thinking of, have you thought about that? Have you thought about how many days you can survive for without paying your bills? That's your wealth number. Then secondly, have you thought about how do you become wealthier? And if it's by, I'll work more hours at job, I'll get some overtime, then you will never be more wealthier. Then you can never accumulate wealth faster than 24 hours in a day. And that's assuming you don't sleep and you're a robot, and we know you're not a robot. So I want you thinking about that. What are your revenue generating assets that's gonna propel your wealth forward regardless if you work or not? That's the question of the day. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on this topic. I also heard the saying that people plan their vacation. They put more time into planning their vacation or their wedding more than they put into planning retirement and what happens with their money. Now, why is that?